Well, that's it. Somebody perfected the unholy art of designing the most unusable sword ever. Let's talk about it. One of my patrons on the Discord server posted a picture of a 3D model, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, this is it. I gotta talk about that. And I should point out, no offense to the artist, if the person who made that model happens to watch this, I'm a sarcastic bastard by nature, and even if I get a little mocking for entertainment purposes, it's just lighthearted fun. So don't take it personal. And it is fantasy, so don't let me dissuade you from rendering or drawing or knitting, whatever the heck you want. But anyway, let's get to it. So I've seen a lot of fantasy designs that wouldn't work particularly well in real life for various reasons. And this one combines an impressive number of problems. So I'll talk about the less problematic parts, and then we get to the real kicker. It's large, which, you know, a super heavy sword can be explained away with super strength and super mass, which you also need, otherwise the sheer momentum that you generate would pull you off your feet. Or maybe if you have sticky feet like Spider-Man, you can anchor yourself to the ground. Also, giant serrations are not great because they get stuck in clothing, etc. With enough force, okay, fine, it'll probably tear right through anyway. However, can you guess what's wrong with this? It may look cool, okay, not this hastily taped abomination right here, but I don't have to explain why this is no bueno, right? I mean, spikes pointing at your hand. I can move my hand further down if I have enough handle to not impale my hand immediately. But the thing is, it's good to have wrist mobility with a lot of swords. So if I wanted to move my wrist, you can see. Why would I want to do that? Because this is a way to generate force. If I allow my wrist to cock back a little bit and then I tighten my fingers as I strike, it's going to be more powerful. I'm just adding a little more force, a little more snap to it. I can't do that here. Or if for whatever reason, let's say I hold it here and I could just about maneuver it without impaling my hand. Let's say a hard hit happens, like in a parry, either if I strike and the opponent parries, or if the opponent strikes and I parry, and this gets nudged a little bit, you know, yeah, at that point, it'll definitely impale my hand. So again, with superhuman strength, weight isn't as much of a problem, but you're adding additional metal, additional weight that not only doesn't give you any benefit, but actually works against you, and also in this case, messes with the balance of a perfectly good sword. It would make for a mean murder stroke though. But that's not even the worst practicality issue. The biggest deal breaker is this right here. So basically, you have a morning star at the end of the pommel. This, by the way, is a yarn flail that one of my subscribers made. What could possibly go wrong with this? Any guesses? Well, apparently I value your entertainment higher than my safety because I decided to do this. Seemed like a good idea at the time. So, yeah, I don't even want to do that because guess what's happening if I swing this? This likely is going to come up and hit the sword blade, and this is a very nice sword that I do not wish to mess up. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whee! Oh, that's the best one. That's the best one, you know? The thwarting cut is normally done like this. Guess what happens if I did this forcefully? This would happen. The chain on that design is pretty long. I think it's about like this. I'll say one thing, if you absolutely desperately wanted to make this work for whatever reason, half sorting is kind of the way to go, because now you can actually strike with this. You can still use... Well, I was gonna say you can still use the point, and then as I thrust the point forward, this came up and hit me in the elbow. That's pleasant. So even then, there's no fantasy creature that I can think of that could ever make this work without being self-defeating in some way. I mean, sure, murder stroke again, this would make for a pretty mean pole flail of sorts, but at that point you clearly don't want a sword. You want an actual military flail. This is just, ugh, fear me! Ugh. I'm gonna kill myself with this. It's kind of fun to figure out how many ways you can injure yourself with this. Like if I throw an undercut, this thing can come around, hit me in the back or something. Whee! And I'm not doing it properly because if I threw an actual fully dedicated cut, you know, with full body engagement, this would definitely mess me up. Oh, maybe I'm using it wrong. Maybe maybe this is how you're supposed to use it. Oh my goodness. Don't do this at home, ever. I'm a professional idiot. Not to mention this is a moot point because good luck half sorting that thing. Getting your hand shredded. That sounds like fun. Anyway, so all sarcasm aside, again, no offense to the artist or anyone else who draws similar things, but it was pretty fun to pick that apart. So hope you had fun too. Thanks for watching and have a good one. And now get out of here before I get serious. If the person who made that model watches this, words and thoughts and shit, what is wrong with me? The screen is so far away I can barely see what's tree and what's me. I mean, clearly the moving vertical line is me. Just gotta do the shepherd shuffle. Rendering or thanks, wind. Some deity is pissed right now and does not want me to record this properly. You blow. It's okay, little microphone, don't be scared.